Which of those four is it when you talked to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one of them. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I said it to my brother because he got Tupac killed.
In case you missed it, shocking claims have surfaced from a former LAPD officer stating that Diddy allegedly paid $1 million to have Tupac Shakur killed. According to the officer, Suge Knight retaliated by having Biggie Smalls killed. Diddy reportedly hired Keefe D to carry out the hit on Tupac. Years later, Keefe D was finally arrested. During an interrogation, unaware he was being recorded, he confessed that Diddy was the mastermind behind the murder.
All four of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those four is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one of them. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
During Diddy's legal proceedings, he was directly questioned about his involvement. News sources report that he was mentioned 77 times in newly filed legal documents. Keefe D, believed to be the hitman, stated it was all Diddy's doing. He claimed the situation escalated quickly because Tupac reached for his firearm before being fatally shot.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started at Tupac and Suge.
Tupac, already sensing danger, gave off a vibe that something bad was coming. In court, emotions ran high as people realized Tupac may have known his death was imminent. Even 50 Cent chimed in, stating bluntly that he never liked Diddy because he believes Diddy had Tupac killed.
I hate when they leave me to talk because I always say the wrong thing. I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that?
Yeah!
I gotta stop doing that kind of shit. I've been talking to a therapist to try to help me with the shit I'm saying. I said crazy shit. No reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it to my brother because he got Tupac killed.
This narrative gained traction as fans recalled moments when Diddy was confronted about Tupac, especially during a famously uncomfortable Breakfast Club interview, which resurfaced online and went viral.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah. No, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
But perhaps the scariest twist is that authorities believe Diddy didn't act alone. In a stunning update, the media reported that multiple big names, including Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, and Diddy, could soon be arrested or interrogated over Tupac's death. It all started with a specific interview that raised questions about Snoop Dogg's role.
You were with Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac. I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with.
Snoop revealed he was originally supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac on the night of the shooting, but plans suddenly changed. This was days after a heated argument between Tupac, Suge Knight, and Snoop. The timing raised serious eyebrows.
Last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that. Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did. As far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
Since all of this unfolded just 72 hours before Tupac's death, investigators began to speculate. Back then, Snoop had deep connections in the streets. Some believe he was tipped off about the hit and decided not to go. Adding fuel to the fire, in a separate interview, Snoop admitted he felt Tupac hated him just 2 days before the murder.
I say a week before we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like them. I want to do some music with them. And I just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to me, out at you, and you tell me you want to do a song with it. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
As courtroom evidence piled up, Keefe D's testimony shook the room. He claimed that on September 7th, 1996, Tupac and Suge were in Vegas for a Mike Tyson fight. After the event, they got into a fight with rivals in the lobby, the same people Keefe D was connected to.
Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and 2 of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and beat him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
Security eventually broke up the fight, and Tupac and Suge returned to their hotel to change. They were later en route to a club when their car was ambushed at a red light, the infamous moment Tupac was shot.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
Federal agents began revisiting old interviews, including one where Keefe D vividly described pulling up on Tupac's car and what happened next. The level of detail was chilling and self-incriminating.
And Bubble Up was the driver. And Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. He was going to go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
Even more damning, a police interrogation tape from the night of the crime leaked, showing Keefe D giving up crucial information, unknowingly being filmed.
You say Suge looks over, he sees you? He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the
back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside of their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando cross Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window.
As the investigation progressed, police also analyzed Keefe D's reaction to Tupac's death. His casual and detached tone didn't sit right with many. It painted a picture of someone who wasn't remorseful.
I hate that happened, dog. I really do, man. Cause it took a lot of people's lives, dude. I hate that happen. Probably to God. I feel that was wrong, man. It was just wrong, purely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wish it had never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. It never happened.
But then the case took a strange turn. Some started questioning whether Tupac actually died that night. One police officer claimed in a resurfaced interview that Tupac was planted in the industry to suppress gang wars between the Bloods and Crips. When that mission failed, he mysteriously died.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Mutulu Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the and the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
That theory adds a new layer to why Snoop may have distanced himself from Tupac in Las Vegas. If rumors of Tupac being an industry plant were circulating, people close to him might have started pulling away. Then a rapper named Trey claimed Tupac was spotted alive in Cuba.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question.
Nobody knows. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man.
We good. Last time I saw music.
Just 3 weeks after that claim, a video emerged online allegedly showing Tupac alive and well, relaxing in a parking lot in Cuba. This reignited the Tupac is alive theory.
That's Pac, man. He was the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographs. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla.
What started as a wild rumor began gaining traction. Suge Knight himself has repeatedly said Tupac is alive. In multiple interviews, Suge insisted that Tupac never truly left us. And he knows more than he's saying.
When I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm going to tell you this, Pac, you never.
But Suge's version of events doesn't line up with the official report. Tupac was supposedly in a coma at the hospital, unconscious. Yet Suge claims they were laughing and joking together, which contradicts medical reports. In a 2008 interview, he even doubled down, saying Tupac was alert and doing fine.
After they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
The strangest part, not long after Suge publicly said Tupac was alive, someone attempted to assassinate him. A man fired multiple rounds at Suge, but he survived. After that, Suge remained silent. However, in 2018, his son, Suge Knight Jr., took to Instagram and said Tupac was living in Malaysia. He even posted a photo of a conversation where someone warned him, "You said too much. Time for you to go." But Suge Jr. didn't stop. He continued posting modern-day photoshopped images of Tupac with celebrities like Beyonce and 50 Cent. Some think it was all for clout, but others believe Suge Jr. might actually know the truth, given who his father is.